my name is Chiu-Ki, and today I want to share with you how to make static websites with GitHub pages. So before I get started, how many of you are on GitHub already? All right, good. This is a good audience because if I have to explain what's GitHub, I don't have the slides for it. But I can explain what is a static website. Static means there's no database, so it's a little bit vague, but when you think of websites, there are many websites out there, right? For example, if you go to Amazon.com, there's a database behind that, right? Because there's so many products that they're serving that they need to keep track of their customers, and those are usually dynamically generated with data that's backed by a database. A static page is more like an about page. So either maybe it's about yourself, so a lot of people have the personal site about, hey, I'm an Android developer, I live in Boulder, or maybe a nonprofit organization will have an about page about what they do and how you can get involved. So static just means that these things you just kind of type it out once and it stays like that, rather than dynamically driven by people submitting things to the new database. So GitHub pages. What is GitHub pages and why do I want to use it? So I can answer the why question first, because it's free. So I have actually, surprisingly, find it very difficult to just want to put something that is static out there. A lot of the things that help you have a presence online is, for example, a blog, which have entries that you need to post to. And I don't really need something that is so complicated for something that's just an about page. And when I discovered GitHub pages, I'm so excited because basically I can just make up my HTML and CSS and JavaScript maybe and put it there and then the world can see it. So another good thing about GitHub pages is you can have multiple of them. So I have a personal one which is a list of talks that I've given because sometimes when you apply to a conference, where are you? So it's nice to give them a URL that says, oh, you may not know me, but I can talk here, here, and here. So that you could think of it as something dynamic if I am fancy and have a database and I put in entries about my talks, but I don't actually talk that often, so a static page is fine enough. But I am also an Android developer. I have apps and I like to have a website so that I can point people to it that showcase what this app is doing. So I'm going to show you how I created one of those for my app. So the first step that you need to do is have a GitHub account, which a lot of you have already. And then you need to create a repository that matches the name of your GitHub username. So it's username.github.io. Or if you want to create more than one, then you can make one for your organization, which doesn't really mean anything. It just means that it's an account that's linked to you. So you don't have to create a new username and password for that. But you can create a new thing to associate with it. So this is my GitHub page. I can click on New Organization, the plus sign. I can use my fancy pointer thingy too. And then I can give a name. So this is my app called Monkey Write. So I want to call it Monkey Write app. And fortunately, no one took it. Yay. And you can choose whether you want it to be free or paid. The only reason to pay is so that you can have the code be private. It's a website, so people are seeing the code anyway, so there's really no reason to get a private plan, so go for $0. I like $0. Then there's it. There's my organization. I'm going to click on Create a New Repository, and then once again, you have to give it a name, and this name has to match the organization name. So monkeywriteapp.github.io, again, public, because private is disabled because I'm cheap and didn't pay. Because it's a web page. The next part, I'm not actually going to show you how to actually make a site that will take more than 5 minutes, but it can be as simple as literally hello world and you can put it up. My site is slightly more complicated, so I actually wanted to test it locally. I don't know how many of you know this magic command. It's amazing. If you don't, I highly recommend you try it. Usually your machine already has Python installed if you're running Linux or Mac. Don't know about Windows, I haven't used that for 10 years. But this thing, what it does, it will serve files out of a local one directory out of your computer on localhost :8000. That means you can try it on the web browser while still taking in things externally. So sometimes if you use something like Twitter Bootstrap or some other external sites that do some funky protocol switching and whatnot. If you're just running it with files, // it doesn't work. But if you run it through Python, it will behave exactly like how it's going to be when you actually push it out to the web. Speaking of that, I look at this and I say, hey, it looks good on my machine. How am I going to push it out to the web? You literally push it out to the web with git push. So this is what you have been doing with your other code. But the nice thing about this is you push it out, and it shows up on GitHub, and you go to this website, bang, you're live, you're online. So that's it, that's really all you need. Like I said, I skipped a big step of actually building the site. But hosting has been something that has been really scary for me, so I'm very happy that I can do it very easily. So now the reason why I think hosting is very scary is because I also wanted to do it on a custom domain. And when you do it on a custom domain, you have to know DNS. And in DNS, there is CNAME, TTS, all these other things. That's really scary. I don't know what's happening. But if you do it on GitHub, 2 steps. One, you have to go to wherever you bought your domain, and then you have to go to this CNAME record thing, and you put in the URL of the site that we just saw. Step 1. There's some save button there you have to click, but you'll figure that one out. That's easier. Step 2, go to GitHub, click on create a new file, call it CNAME, put your domain name there. So this way it's linked both ways, so like you cannot just buy a domain and point to someone's GitHub and claim that this is your site now. So this is kind of just a two-way, and that's it. You go to this URL and ta-da, the same thing shows up. Maybe it's just me that's afraid of DNS, but this is very reassuring. So quick summary, what you need to do, you need to create a repository, and then do your magic locally. And then run this magic command, there's a lot of magic involved, so that you know that it looks good. Push it out to GitHub, and optionally, if you want, get a custom domain. And that's it. So if you want to dig deeper, go to pages.github.com. Disclaimer, I don't work for GitHub. I just think that this is a great tool if you need to have a web presence, a quick and easy way to just get something out there. And my name is Chiu-Ki. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's Chiu-Ki, Chiuki. Thank you.